We've got a fun video for you guys here today. This one is how to reach your dreams. And everyone's dreams are going to be a little bit different, or sometimes a lot a bit different, okay? That's not even a word, but we'll pretend that it is. So in order to reach your dreams, you have to first get very clear on what is your dream or dreams. Where are you trying to get? What are you trying to achieve? Who are you trying to become? Whatever it is, you need to write this down. So I would encourage you, if you're watching this video, the first step, you have to get a pen and paper and just write down, like, what do you want your life to look like in 5 years, in 10 years? Write it in as much detail as you can, right? Take as much time as you can. Take all the time in the world to think about this. But really write down, what do you want your life to look like in 5 years? What do you want your life to look like in 10 years? What do you want your life to look like next year? Write it down. Get crystal clear on what it is that you want. Because a lot of people are going to have very different answers as to what they want their life to look like. You know, how much money they want to make, like what kind of relationships they want to have with friends, family, significant others, whatever. Write it down. What is your ideal life? So if you got to figure out what's your ideal life, so you have something to shoot for. And once you have something to shoot for, it becomes so much easier to take the steps to try to get to that life. So, for example, let's say you have your set life. You've written it out. It's like this whole piece of paper. You're like, this is exactly what I want my life to look like 5 years down the line. I want to have this. I want to have this much money. I want to have this much relationships. I want to have this much free time. I want to spend time with this much, my friends, like whatever. Whatever your thing is, let's say you write it all down, you've got it there, and now it's written down and you have this piece of paper. You can keep it around your house or whatever, just to kind of remind yourself, this is the life that I'm looking to create for myself. And once you have it, you can create a very easy action plan to get there, right? What are the things I have to do in these next coming weeks and months to build this life? Like, what do I have to do? Right? The steps will become clear. Once you have that end goal, your steps will become easy to make, right? So what I encourage you to do in this video is something that a lot of people haven't done, because it's something you don't even think about usually, right? Like for me, I did this twice. One was at the Tony Robbins seminar that I went to, Date with Destiny. He has you write out what's your ideal everything, basically. And so that was one. And then another time I wrote it out was from a book I read. It was called F.U. Money by Dan Lok. And he talks about this, and he's like, you have to, first of all, once you understand the lifestyle that you want, and you have to figure out how much money it takes to build that kind of lifestyle, so that you can have a certain goal that you're going after, right? You're not just making money just for the sake of making money, or you're not just making money just because somebody told you to make money. Like, what are you trying? What is it that you want? Go deep and ask yourself, what is it that you want? If you want to live in a third world country, let's say, for example, and live a lifestyle where you're just on the beach, 12 hours a day, on your laptop, just chilling, hanging out with friends, it doesn't take that much money to get there, right? Depends on what kind of third world country. Or if you want to have this Miami lifestyle where you want to live in a penthouse in Miami and, be driving exotic cars and going out to fancy dinners and all this stuff, that's going to take a lot of money. You want to figure out, like, what is it that you can do to get to that lifestyle? Like, it really depends. Some people, they might say, what I really want is to live somewhere near a beach and be surfing all day long and do nothing else. And I don't care if I live in a dump or whatever. And that, doesn't require much money. And like, you can figure out, how do I get to this lifestyle? How do I get to my dream? For some people, It's to live in like a van and just travel, you know, the world, or like travel America, or travel, you know, South America, like whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Everyone's dream is different. Like what you want, whoever's watching this video, what you want is going to be very different from what I want, from what he wants, or what she wants, whatever. It's going to be different. It's going to be very different, you know, and it's all unique to who you are as a person, and, you know, what you value in your life. So, you know, all I'm asking you to do is write down what you want your life to look like. I don't care if it's 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, 10 years down the line. Write it down. What does your ideal life look like? That's all you need to know. And once you know it, you got to believe in your subconscious mind is going to find a way to get there. If it's congruent and genuine to who you are, right? If it's actually really what you want, and your mind knows that's true to who you are, and that's exactly what you want, you'll find a way to achieve it. You know, you'll find a way to achieve it. Don't underestimate yourself, and don't underestimate the power of your subconscious mind. You will find a way to achieve it. It might take 5 years, it might take 15 years, it might take 20 years. I don't know how long it'll take, depending on how big your vision is and how like what you were trying to do with your life, but you will find the way. So that's it. We'll keep this one nice and short. If you haven't already, stop the video, or when the video ends, I don't care, write it down. Write down as much as you can, and then come back to it tomorrow. Add to it if you want, subtract from it if you want. Go through it. Just always be altering it if you want to, but just get clarity on what it is that you want out of life, and you will manifest it at some point. All right? You'll figure it out. Trust yourself. All right? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.